A big part of what Jasper is our clubhouse, J Club. The goal and the vision was to create lifestyle in central Yavapai County without golf. We're obviously blessed by the connection to the Iron King Trail, which will continue to be maximized in the future as we link on new phases. But the ability for our residents to have the Iron King Trail that obviously connects over to the Peavine Trail and then on to, I mean, if someone were to ride a bike, you can probably go 100 miles all around Prescott with the great trail system. That's a huge asset of our project. And so our club ended up costing $16.4 million. The original estimate was $10.2 million. And so there were lots of questions when club dues were raised starting at the beginning of the year. The simple logic was that the actual cost of the club versus and we had estimated club costs with estimated club dues as a result of that cost, $10.2 and $100. When we finished the project at $16.4 million and close enough, costs had moved up 50% approximately. And so that was the reason for the dues increase of 50%. The financial model for the club, we'll probably need a minimum of 1,000 units occupied by residents in order to break it even. And I bring this up so that you guys have at least a snapshot of the financial underpinnings of what makes Jasper go. The $140 million that JED will have invested at the point that phases 3 and 5 are complete. That's one leg of our commitment, risk, opportunity. It's all balled up into the same bet, if you will. The other interesting piece of information I would think is that our operating loss in 2023 is forecasted at 1.25 million. And that is the operations of the HOA, J Club, and then getting food and beverage started here over the next 30 to 45 days. And so those items I think are important to mention so that people just understand history, how we got to where we're at, and where we're headed into the future.
For people to see that there's also still opportunity for us to offer access to J Club beyond just residents. And so that's another topic for our time together today, is to provide an update as it relates to non-resident and open members. So Jason, would you be willing to speak to that and kind of the thought process and really what's in it for residents as it relates to the J Club open members?
Sure. Okay, so I've got a question here from Michelle. The open membership, the screen up before you ties back into the financial stuff that we were talking about. We have a massive investment. We're committed to operating the project at a significant annual deficit until we can break it even. And our goal is not to continually raise dues and create pressure on our residents. So there's an opportunity for us to offer on a limited basis a membership to the outside, whereby we would charge the outside member a premium over what a member would pay on a monthly basis. And we haven't set this policy yet. We're still talking about it. So if a member is paying $150 a month and a resident, is it reasonable to charge an outside member $250 a month? We'll make these decisions here shortly. Also, the term of what that membership will be, 3, 6, 9 months. Not more than 12 months. And what our goal would be is to offset the operating costs which helps us with our operating deficit and our costs on an annual basis, and helps the members by not putting a burden on the members that would be unfair or, I'm trying to find the right word. Unfair is maybe even not the right word, but is reasonable under the circumstances based on the facility, what can be done at the facility, the level of service at the facility. And so we're working through this idea presently, but the net takeaways is that would be that we would not sell an outside membership for a long-term basis, nothing over 12 months for sure. The outside member would have to pay a premium, and we'll set that rate. And then frankly, we don't know, how many people would or would not be interested in something like this, because the good news, bad news about the situation is that the good news is we're the only one in the marketplace that has an asset like this. The bad news is we're the only one in the marketplace that has an asset like this. And so we really can't look at a market comparable price or rate or deal structure, because you'd have to be in Peoria to find a similar type facility. And so again, we'll make those decisions here shortly as time rolls on. And the goal is to offset until we get to break even on an operating basis. And my best guess, I said this previously, but I'll repeat it again here. I think that it's going to take approximately 1,000 residents in order to break the club even. I'll share with you guys something that was shared with me when we were interviewing firms like Cohere for management. You can't create a scenario or a situation where a cheeseburger has to cost $70. And so balancing out the financial equation with all of the services entered, I'd love to tell you is an exact science, but it is not. And we're today, and will continue, especially throughout the first year of operation, we'll be feeling our way through what it takes from landscape maintenance to pool maintenance to staffing. And we'll be learning also from our residents and their comments, and adjusting our overall program to the best extent possible as time goes on.